Hi, this is 365801 and this is my TBR and BL recommendations video for the Buzzword Readathon or the 2021 Reading Challenge, and this is for the final month, December. I'm sure you can tell by the tone of my voice that I am actually very excited that this is the final month. I have been doing this 2021 Reading Challenge all year, run by Kayla over at Books and Lala. Go and check her video out and her new one for the 2022 Reading Challenge as well. December is a month that's all about days of the week, months of the year, and seasons. So of course December has the seasons, months, days, so there's quite a few words that we can look at. Kayla gave a rundown of all the ones that you might want to read for December. And of course, I just did my usual, which was head on over to my spreadsheet. Now, the first thing that I put into my spreadsheet was just the word day, because every day of the week has day in it, so it's kind of easy. There were a few things that came up that had just day in it, and I don't really feel like that should count. So the only one that came up with days of the week was 7 days. Monday through to Thursday, Friday to Sunday, or 7 days, Monday to Sunday. This is obviously quite a famous BL work. This is written by Venio Tachibana and the art is by Rihito Takarai. This is a staple in any Fujo collection. It's one that is very beloved. I did do a reading BL review I think last year, so I'll put a link to that in the corner, but I'm not averse to reading this again. It's just such a nice title. Now, other than the day ones that I'm not going to read because they're not technically days of the week, one that did come up was What Did You Eat Yesterday? And as I've said, I have been trying to read series, and I was planning on reading this year around May time, but I got way too busy. So I could read this, but it is quite a big chunky boy as a series, and I just don't think I want to read it this year. I then put in just the word season to see what would come up, and a new season of Young Leaves, also by Venio Tachibana, but this time illustrated by Akeno Kitahata, came up, and I do own a copy, but it's in my other collection, so unfortunately I can't read it. And the other title that came up with the word season was also Shinobu Goto's Takumi-kun series, Volume 3, Tales Out of Season, so I won't be able to read either of those titles. I then went to just put in the specific seasonal words, and the first one was spring, and what came up was only one title, and that was Spring Fever by Yugi Yamada. This is a due title that I got fairly recently, maybe within the last year. Very happy to have it. It does say it's a two torrid tales of yaoi passion. So I'm very happy to have that, because this is actually a Yugi Yamada title that I have not read, and I've been meaning to read it. I think it's the only one in my collection that I haven't read yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I then put in summer and autumn and fall and winter, and winter was the only one that came up with anything because it was Classmates, and it's like Sotsugyo-sei, so the second volume, and it is the winter term or semester, and it's the only one of the Classmates that I actually have. It's the only one out of all of them by Nakamura Asumiko that I actually have in English. It's been really tricky to try and get hold of these, and I don't think Seven Seas have been publishing that many extra copies, and not all of them have been making their way over to the UK. So it is what it is, but I have, and I would very much like to just read this as it is. I will quite happily do that. But yeah, I would prefer to have the other ones as well, because I know that the third volume has the subtitle Spring, which would also fit for this buzzword. So that was everything in physical, so I headed on over to Futekiya and put in the word day again. And not many actual titles came up, but that's fine with me. The first one was Please Meet Me in the Restroom Every Wednesday. This is by Arakata with 4 spicy chilies. So this seems like maybe one that I would maybe enjoy. The next one was Pound Cake on Sunday by Amida Shizuka? This is only 2 spicy chilies though. It looks cute. It looks like one that I would actually probably enjoy. I then put in the months of the year, nothing came up, so I went on to seasons. Then I had A Tunnel of Spring Rain by Kei Ginkawa, one spicy chili. I feel like I've seen this artwork. Has this been published before, like with June manga or on Renta? It just looks really familiar. Then I got The Trees in Spring by Nakaoka Naka, 2 spicy chilies, also looks quite good. Then Scent of Spring by Tsutomu with 2 spicy chilies. I've seen this for a whole year and I've been planning on reading this particular volume of manga since the Buzzword started because I've known about it. Then another title, The Passing Summer by Futaba Aoi and Mitsuba Kurenai. Another 5 spicy chilies though. This looks spicy. Hopefully it'll be good. It also looks familiar. I think it's Futaba Aoi's work that does. Anyway, the next one is The Summer of the Fox by Nakole, and this is also for spicy chilies, so another spicy one. So 7 titles in all from Futekiya. I think 7 titles is perfectly doable, and I think I'll manage to get them done, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the first week of December. So that's kind of everything. I'm going to just show you here. We've got Classmates, Spring Fever and 7 Days as the 3 physical titles, and then 7 Futekiya titles. I had a look on June manga, I had a look on Sublime, there wasn't anything there, so I'm quite happy about that. I did have a really short month last month, November, with Lost, but I still felt like I didn't get all the reading done that I was planning on. I still have some NetGalley titles to read. I still didn't get around to reading all of the Humble Bundle stuff that I bought, so I would like to do that. I also have all of the Sublime titles that I purchased this year and I haven't read, so I still have lots of good things to read that I would like to, and I'd also just like to have a bit of a relaxing December, as you can imagine, with holiday seasons coming up and family things, and I personally have some things going on in my life that I need to focus on, so dedicating too much time to reading is not going to be possible. So yeah, I think that just these 3 physical titles is plenty, it's enough. And if I have the time and inclination and the mood to read other things, then that leaves me open to reading other things, and it means that I'll hopefully have the time and energy to complete this Buzzword. I do need to go through each of the different months because there were a couple months where I started making videos and I didn't actually get a chance to upload them and publish them on my channel, and then there were a few books that I started and I haven't finished. There was definitely a few months that I need to look back on and see, did I actually complete? Not necessarily, as Kayla says, within the month, but across the whole year. So I will have to do a Buzzword, a Readathon review. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Also, she has released the new Buzzwords for 2022, so I'm going to have to go through and see if there's some titles that I want to read for 2022 right now that I have in my collection as well. So I've got plans for making some videos in December about Buzzword and what it's been like this year. So I don't want to actually put too much on my TBR for December. I might not make as many videos as I did last year. I think I went a bit OTT last year, made lots of videos. And I want to have a much more relaxing, sedate and focused time. So yeah, December is going to be a very different animal to last year. And I think these 3 titles, I have Classmates digitally. I bought it before it was printed, so I can always read the absolutely horrendous June manga digital one. Ugh, it's awful. But I'm quite happy to just like jump in. I've read this series so many times, I know what the story's about. I have them all in Japanese. I have all of them in Japanese. I was really looking forward to, is it Hara and Sora? Sora and Hara? And I haven't got a copy. I don't actually think it's released in the UK yet, so I'm looking forward to that. And Spring Fever, obviously I've had it for a while, even though I really wanted to read it, and I do think it's the only Yamada Yugi I haven't read yet, so looking forward to that. And 7 Days is always a great one. As soon as I saw it though, I was like, oof, the anger from last year just surged back. So yeah, go check out my I was quite restrained in my anger. So yeah, you might want to check out my review for reviewing BL that I did, where I tried desperately not to sound as angry as I actually felt. Yeah, that was something. And 7 days always makes me feel good. So yeah, I'm feeling a little delicate and in need of rest and good vibes, and I think these are 3 titles that hopefully will do that. So yeah, that's my Buzzword reads for December. Let me know if you've read any of them or what you think of them in the comments down below, or if you've got any other recommendations that I've missed out. The other one is the summer. I was going to say the Summer of You. I read during the summer, and I might do a reread of that. Even though I've read it already this year, it was just great. I've got the digital copy, and I need to get physical. It's lovely. So I might do a wee reread of that one too. But are there any other days of the week, months of the year, or seasonal words in BL titles that I've missed? Please let me know. If there's any in some male romance that you know of, please also let me know, because I don't have any prose titles on this list, you might have noticed. So yeah, any other recommendations? Greatly appreciated. I hope everyone's doing alright, having a good day. I'm 365-801. I make videos about male romance, yaoi, BL manga, and all that good stuff. Remember, every day is a BL day. Take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!